What is going on, movie meals? Everything is awesome, just like this review. And yeah, that's what we're here for, is the Lego Movie 2, the second part, which would have been better if it, I still think it would have been better if it was called the second piece. Makes more sense.
Lego piece.
But anyway, before we get in the review, guys, remember to like, subscribe, and share the video all around. Hit the thumbs button, subscribe. We need all that help. We love it. All right, now let's get in the review. Kyle, what are your non-spoiler, positive review of the Lego Movie, the second part? Piece.
After 5 years, we pretty much jump back into this franchise and everything. Well, now in the beginning, not everything is awesome, but as the movie continues more and more, everything does feel awesome. Just about in this movie, you get the same type of energy that Chris Lord and Phil Miller. I always get their names mixed up, so I probably
Phil
did
Lord,
just
Chris
there.
Miller. No,
Thank
you're
you,
right,
Al.
you're right, you're right,
Oh,
you're
am I
right?
right? Oh,
Yeah, you're right.
Go me. No, but they bring that
Got
same type of energy, that same type of comedy that we love, that same type of meta humor that's just out of this world, and it's unexpected,
yeah.
and especially it's unexpected. You see what's gonna happen towards the end, but it pays off in such a big way that it almost equals what the first one did. I may have liked the first one still more than the second one, but if you guys are ready for this sequel to finally happen, go see it. Check it out, because I think people are really going to enjoy this. It's almost just as fun as the first one.
Yeah, you guys, I texted Kyle maybe a month ago out of the blue, and I was like, hey man, I gotta tell you something really important, and he's prepared. He's like, what drama? So now it's like,
yeah, what's
I
happening?
just responded with, I'm really not that excited for the Lego Movie 2. And I didn't know why. I love the first Lego Movie. I actually rewatched it this week, which I forgot to tell you, but I did. I rewatched it. I rewatched the movie, and I was like, man, this movie really is great. I remember how much of a surprise it was, but still my excitement level didn't rise for some reason. And
it's been 5 years.
They proved me wrong. I will say I had a great time in the theater. We literally just got out of it, and it was funny. There were a lot of great quips. There are some lines I want to see it again, but I'm okay not seeing it again soon. But there are some lines I'd like to remember because they were pretty funny jokes with a lot of quippy one-liners. Chris Pratt was really excellent, doing two different voices of two different characters. Well, never mind. And so he was really great. I mean, Elizabeth Banks come back and all the funny extras they
There's
can
a lot
get.
of comedic
There's a
talent
couple
in this.
of bits they do
Same
throughout
as
the
the
whole
first one.
movie that are really funny. They got in some actors to bring in, which was a surprise I wasn't expecting, which I really enjoyed. And yeah, it's a good time. The animation is just as great as before. It brings you into this world of the Lego. So yeah, I walked out with a smile on my face. I did enjoy the movie quite a bit. I'm with you. I don't love it as much as the first. The first had that surprise factor, which is what Into the Spider-Verse had that too, where it's animation where it's like, I haven't seen this kind of style before, and I really liked it. Not as jaw-dropping as Spider-Man, but
at the time,
we were like, this movie's not gonna work. This is an emoji. This is gonna be like the Emoji Movie. This isn't gonna work. I mean, the Emoji Movie.
Oh, the first one, right? Okay, I was like,
but
what?
it killed. It was hilarious and it worked. And I think people are gonna enjoy it. I have a feeling this one's not gonna make as much money in the end. But
I didn't see that.
I'm glad we got a second. I didn't need a second. It did turn out to be pretty good, and I had a good time with it. But what now are the things that are not awesome about the Lego Movie 2, the second should have been piece?
I noticed in the first and second halves that it, to me anyway, while it's a short movie, it still had some weird pacing issues, and I couldn't quite tell what it was. I couldn't quite tell if it was because of the way it was telling its story, jumping between different arcs and different characters, or if it was because of its humor. Like, are they trying a little bit too hard with the humor, and some of the jokes aren't landing, causing the movie to slow down? And I was getting worried towards there of it continuing throughout the movie, because it was having the first and second acts to me. But the third act really brings it home. It really does. Like I said earlier, like, it may be predictable, but I think it takes it to another level to where people will be satisfied in the end, and it satisfied me in the end, where I was okay with going through everything that happened in the first two acts to get this great payoff in the third. So it's not a horrible issue for me, but it was just something that I noticed and something I couldn't quite figure out what was causing it. So just be warned about that.
Yeah, I didn't have an issue with the pacing. It is fast. I remember I was like, I think we're in the third act. We've barely been sitting in the theater. But it didn't bother me the way it did you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's a little predictable. Some of the things they talk about, literally you're 5 minutes in and they're saying things, you're like, okay, that's the end villain, it's this, that's that. I can put the pieces together, but that doesn't mean
we get too excited.
But that doesn't mean, I did not mean for that to happen either. And that's But you know, it didn't take away from the good time I had. I will say, I was telling him in the car, I'm gonna do it because I'm the Star Wars guy here, so I'm gonna go throw it out there.
All right, do it.
Hearing all the talk about, I've seen a lot of critics on YouTube and on Rotten Tomatoes and things like that talk about, you know, after this movie, Lego Movie 2 is so good, it just reminds me how good the first one is, and Chris Lord and Phil Miller shouldn't have been fired, I wanted to see their solo. Yeah, I also wouldn't mind seeing their solo. That's true. I enjoy the solo we got. I don't love it as much as everybody else. It's probably my least favorite of all the new movies that have come out, but I still really enjoy Solo. I've seen it a few times. But the more I think about it, that style of humor that they bring to Community, that they brought to both Lego movies that are in 21 and 22 Jump Street, it's very one-liney, it's very quippy, it's allowing the actors to perform doing what they want. It's improv. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of their writing, and I love that for those. I don't want that really in the Star Wars universe. I know everybody wants something different. I want something different. That's why I love the Last Jedi. It's why I love The Force Awakens, for taking some of the same things and making them even different before. And it's turned into a Star Wars rant. But I just
always does.
It always has to. But I don't know if they would have made something I would have loved more than this, because I don't need that. I don't want that type of humor in my Star Wars. So, you know, that's my biggest complaint about the Lego Movie 2 is
Star Wars!
Yeah.
Not enough
because
of
really
it.
the only complaint I have of the Lego Movie 2 is that, you know, it is a little fast, it's a little predictable, but it's not as refreshing as the first one where you saw it for the first time.
Yeah, that's a good way to say
so,
it.
outside of my little rant there, that's all I got. So
So you don't have complaints about the... Well,
a couple complaints.
That's not true.
A couple complaints. It's a fine sequel. It's a good sequel. I get
It
it.
is
I get why people are giving it positive reviews. I just don't think it's anything to rave over. You know, if somebody came up to me, I wouldn't be like, "Hey, you gotta go see it." You know, you can wait to Netflix. I think you could.
Sure.
Where some movies you have to see in the theater. So I mean, you should go see every movie in the theater to help theaters out. Let's be honest. But
That was nice of you.
But yeah,
I
don't know. But anyway, guys, what did you think of the movie? That's what we want to know. So please comment below and let us know your thoughts. Remember again to like, subscribe, and share as always. And if you're seeing our breath, it's because it's freezing here and it's really cold. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching, Mom.
See you guys.